Retirement abroad isn't just about beaches, climate, food, or cheap living. None of that matters if the country you choose makes it difficult for you to stay there legally. For example, a country like Vietnam tops many lists, but it does not give a proper retirement visa. So no matter how attractive the lifestyle may be, the foundation simply isn't there for long-term residency. Therefore, in this video, we have ranked some of the most easiest countries to acquire a retirement visa. The bureaucracy, the paperwork, the income requirements, and documentation to obtain a residency in these countries is simple. And there are already well-established international retiree communities in most of these countries, so settling in for newcomers is easy. On top of that, many of these countries boast meaningful advantages, including favorable tax treatment on pensions and affordable health care. So with that, here are the top easiest countries for retirement. Number 15, Spain. Decked with sun-soaked coastlines, world-class healthcare, elegant cities, Mediterranean culture, Spain has always been one of the crown jewels for retirement. The legal instrument that gets you a residency in Spain as a non-EU retiree is its non-lucrative visa. To qualify, the applicant must prove sufficient financial means, which is usually set at around $37,000 annually. In addition to the income requirement, the retiree must maintain private health insurance, provide a clean criminal record, and show proof of accommodation. The initial visa is granted for 1 year and can later be renewed in 2-year extensions, eventually leading toward permanent residency after 5 years. The process itself is relatively structured and typically takes several weeks to a few months through a Spanish consulate. On the downside, if you spend more than 183 days in Spain, you are generally treated as a tax resident, meaning worldwide income and foreign pensions may fall under Spanish taxation rules. Number 14, Greece. With its shimmering beaches, endless sunny days, rich cultural traditions, and ancient historical sites, it's no surprise that retiring in Greece is an appealing prospect for many. The visa that opens the door for non-EU retirees is the Greek Financially Independent Person Visa, commonly called the FIP visa. To be eligible, the applicant must show bank statement with proof of an income or pension of at least $3,800 per month. Including the spouse requires additional 20% or $800 per month, while each dependent child will require an additional $600. Besides this, other official supporting documents include a clean criminal record, travel insurance, and the standard consular paperwork. This permit is initially valid for 3 years. And after that time frame, you can renew it for an additional 3 years at a time, as long as the requirements are still met. Number 13, Uruguay. Dubbed as the most peaceful country in South America, Uruguay borders Argentina, Brazil, and the South Atlantic Ocean. Retiring in Uruguay means you will get to discover a country blessed with soft, rolling plains and low hills, as well as beautiful coastal areas made up of fertile lowlands. The country offers 3 different routes for retirees, all of which come with the same income requirements and perks. The most availed options out of the 3 are the Jubilado and Pensionado visa program. Their income requirement is not specified, but some speculate it to be around $1,500 to $2,000. And if you are bringing a spouse or dependent children, the required income threshold will increase usually an additional $1,000. This visa grants a temporary residency that lasts for around 2 years and can be converted into permanent on its next renewal. After continuously living in the country for 5 years, you are even eligible for its citizenship. Number 12, Portugal. In the past, Portugal used to be on top of many lists for retirement abroad. After all, it offered everything a retiree yearned for, wrapped inside one of Western Europe's most relaxed lifestyles. But that hype, if we're being precise about it, has genuinely cooled down. This is largely because of the rising prices, a shifting tax landscape, and sheer overcrowding in its most desirable areas. But then again, a significant number of retirees still choose Portugal. Currently, to gain long-term residency here, the main route for retirees is the D7 visa. This program gives an initial entry for 4 months, after which the applicant travels to Portugal and applies for a 2-year residence permit, which can be renewed afterwards for additional 3 years. To qualify, applicants are required to demonstrate an income aligned with Portugal's minimum wage, which is around €920 per month, or roughly $1,080. On paper, this pathway sounds very easy, but there are a couple of nuances. Many applicants report waiting far longer than expected, with the full process sometimes stretching close to a year. But this processing time comes down to the nationality and region the applicant is applying from. For example, retirees from the US, Canada, and the UK are met with fast processing time, while people applying from third world nations can expect a full year's worth of wait. Number 11. Ecuador. Ecuador has been attracting a growing community of North American and European retirees. With a moderate cost of living, a diverse landscape, and use of the US dollar as their main currency, the country checks many boxes for a mid to long-term retirement. Though safety can be a concern, especially in its city of Guayaquil. Besides that, the coastal part of the country is very peaceful. Seaside cities like Salinas are dubbed as Little Miami, but without the higher price tag. Its main retirement visa is officially known as Visa de Jubilado. It grants a 2-year residency, requiring a minimum guaranteed monthly pension of $1,455, with an additional $250 required per dependent. Income must be sourced from Social Security, a government, or a private institution, and generally cannot be combined with other non-pension sources. Processing and approval takes 6 to 8 weeks, though you should generally expect the total procedure to take roughly 1 to 3 months. Number 10. Indonesia. Retiring in Indonesia means stepping into a vast archipelago of more than 17,000 islands, but most retirees base themselves in the popular tourist hubs of Bali and Lombok. There are many pros and cons to moving to Indonesia, but with an open mind and a sense of adventure, the rewards of retiring in this enchanting archipelago are countless. The country hosts 2 primary retirement visa options. The first one is an income and pension-based called Quitas, and the second one is sort of a golden visa that requires a deposit of $50,000 in a bank account called the Silver Hair Visa. For Quitas, you have to demonstrate a minimum income of pension of $3,000, which should be proven via bank statements. This visa is valid for 1 year and is easily extendable annually for up to 5 years. The processing time takes 14 to 30 working days when processed through a licensed Indonesian visa agency. Number 9. Thailand. Thailand receives a lot of attention as a retirement destination, and for good reason. The cost of living is low, which means you can stretch your retirement savings further. The country has a rich culture with delicious cuisine and friendly people. The weather is sunny and hot, the nightlife scene is exciting, and there are plenty of beaches to kick back on. The Thai government hands out 3 primary retirement visa categories for individuals aged 50 and older. The most easiest one to avail is its O visa, with average pension or income requirement of $1,900 per month. This visa is initially issued for a 90-day stay. But once you are in Thailand, you can apply for a 1-year extension, which you must renew annually at a Thai immigration office. Apart from this visa, the other two options can give residency for up to 10 years straightforward, but the entry barrier for both of those programs start considerably higher. Number 8. Philippines. Another entry from Southeast Asia. The Philippines is a massive archipelago of over 7,000 islands and is home to more than 100 million friendly natives. If you want to spend your retirement in year-round warmth with the backdrop of rainforests and beaches, the Philippines may be your ideal option. The cost of living is significantly lower than in the other Southeast Asian counterparts like Thailand and Malaysia, and the government takes extra leaps to welcome internationals. Its main retirement visa is called the Special Resident Retirees Visa, which grants the applicant and his family indefinite residency with multiple entry privileges. The main threshold is a minimum monthly pension of $1,000, along with a one-time deposit of $15,000 in a local bank. The entire application and issuance process typically takes 30 to 45 working days. Number 7. The Dominican Republic. Many retirees relocate to the Dominican Republic each year. If you're drawing a pension or retirement income, its pensionado route requires a minimum of just $1,500 per month in verifiable pension income. Other documentation required is a clean criminal background check, valid passport, birth certificate, and a medical certificate. Residency is first granted on a temporary basis as you arrive in the country. Then after 2 years, it is further converted into permanent affair. The country also offers pensioners meaningful tax incentives, including exemptions on the importation of personal goods and vehicles, and foreign-sourced pension income generally sits outside the reach of Dominican taxation entirely. Number 6. Belize. Belize has a tiny but culturally diverse population of about 420,000 residents. Being the only country in Central America where English is the official language, it has become a popular destination among remote workers and early retirees from the United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada. Its main retirement program is called the Qualified Retired Persons Program, which is basically operated by the Belize Tourism Board. As of the second quarter of 2026, it requires a minimum passive income of $2,000 per month. This income must be generated outside of Belize from sources like a pension, annuity, Social Security, or investments. For qualifying applicants, Belize awards permanent residency, but to keep hold of this permit, you must physically remain in Belize for at least a minimum of 30 days annually. Number 5. Mexico. Mexico is, without question, the easiest retirement destination for North Americans, and that isn't just because of its close proximity. An estimated 2 million American citizens live in Mexico, making it the largest American expat population of any country in the world. Canadian retirees follow in significant numbers as well. The result is an integration experience that is genuinely unlike anywhere else on the retirement map. Its permanent resident visa has gone through changes over the last 5 years or so, mainly an income threshold bump. In the past, the minimum requirement was set around $2,500, but nowadays to avail long-term residency, a minimum income or pension of about $4,500 to $7,000 is mandatory. The processing time for U.S. citizens is the fastest. Most of the consulates take only 1 to 10 business days after you submit your application. When approved, you are issued a single-entry visa sticker in your passport, which is valid for 180 days to enter Mexico. After this, once you arrive in Mexico, you exchange it for your physical resident card, which validates the PR. Number 4. Colombia. Mainstream media has long portrayed Colombia as a country defined entirely by crime and instability, but that narrative no longer reflects the reality in many parts of the country today. Its coastal cities, such as Santa Marta and Cartagena, have become popular among retirees due to their established expatriate communities, relaxed atmosphere, and comparatively safer environments by regional standards. The country's main retirement visa is officially known as the M11 Pensioners Visa. To qualify for this, an applicant requires a minimum monthly passive income equivalent to 3 times the Colombian legal monthly minimum wage, which translates to roughly $1,450 per month. On top of this, you must carry health insurance in Colombia. It must cover hospitalization, accidents, and emergencies. This visa is valid for 3 years and can be renewed again if the requirements are still met. Number 3. Nicaragua. Nicaragua is home to over 40,000 foreign-born residents, with most being remote workers and early retirees. The main attraction for most retirees in Nicaragua is the low cost of living, everything including rent, food, and entertainment costs way less. It hosts 2 visa options for foreign retirees. The first one is the Rentista visa, and the second one is Pensionado visa. The Rentista visa is designed for individuals with a stable monthly income, which can come from various sources such as pensions, investments, or rental properties. To qualify for a Rentista visa, applicants typically need to demonstrate a minimum monthly income of $750. On the other hand, the Pensionado visa is specifically geared towards retirees, requiring proof of a pension of $700 per month. Initially, the visa is issued as a temporary residency permit valid for 1 year and is renewable annually, while permanent residency can be applied for after holding temporary permit for 3 continuous years. Number 2. Costa Rica. Whether you're dreaming of peaceful mornings by the ocean or cool, quiet evenings in the mountains, Costa Rica offers something for every retiree. More than 70,000 American expatriates live now in Costa Rica, with most settling in one of its coastal communities. It grants a temporary residency visa under the category of pensionado to those who have a minimum pension of at least $1,000. The permit has a validity of 2 years and may be renewed on condition that you still meet the requirements. Processing time currently average about 3 to 6 months, though document preparation and final ID processing can occasionally extend the time frame to roughly 6 months. For renewal, it must be proved that the income has been received in Costa Rica and you have lived in the country at least 4 months per year, continuous or discontinuous. As a holder of this visa, you may establish a business in Costa Rica as well, but you can't work yourself as an employee. Number 1. Panama. While other countries have restructured their programs, raised their thresholds, or buried applicants in bureaucratic backlog, Panama has maintained a retirement pathway that is, by any honest measure, the most accessible and most rewarding of its kind available anywhere in the world today. The rules are direct. The applicants must apply through a Panamanian attorney in Panama and prove a guaranteed lifetime pension of at least $1,000 per month. Those including their spouse must add additional $250 to the monthly statement. Besides permanent residency for life, approved pensioners receive government-mandated discounts across a wide spectrum of daily expenses, including 25% off airline tickets, 50% off hotel stays, 20% off medical consultations, 15% off hospital bills, among others. Moreover, Panama operates on a territorial tax system, meaning income earned or sourced outside of Panama is entirely exempt from Panamanian taxation. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, be sure to leave a like, if not then a dislike, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.